What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, just want to say, guys, if you're someone that you're into those legends of the game, I'm talking about the players from the 60s through the early 2000s, or if you're someone that's younger and you may not have got to see some of these legends play, or may not have even heard about some of these legends in a lot of cases, then this is the channel for you because that's all I focus on. So I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. And if this is content that you enjoy, guys, I would greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. So Dominique Wilkins, guys, a lot of people don't know this, at least especially if you're younger. But in the late 80s and early 90s, he was one of the greatest scorers in the game. It's just he gets forgotten because he played for the Atlanta Hawks, and at the time, the Atlanta Hawks wasn't really a great franchise. I mean, they didn't really have anybody else, that was a true superstar. So oftentimes Dominique struggled, and then after he got traded to the Clippers, he became a journeyman, and I believe he ended up playing for not only the Clippers, but he ended up playing for, I believe it was Boston, San Antonio, and the Magic, if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, early on, guys, I mean, Dominique, he was just a force, right? I mean, he was just, if you like players that were really, really good at dunking in game, then you want to go watch Dominique highlights, because the guy was called the human highlight film for a reason. And he was just, he's a tremendous player, guys. And it's just unfortunate that a lot of the younger generation probably have no idea who he is, because he just, he didn't, he didn't have the the wins and things, and the greatness that some of the others had, that was during that time. Even though skill wise, I mean, he was really, really good, and I'm still surprised that he was left off of the 50 greatest players of all time during that 50th anniversary. But let's go ahead and let's get right into it, okay? So, guys, with the Dominique Wilkins build, and I will say before we even do this, guys, this is going to kind of show you the wonkiness of the shades of when we do this build. But when you're doing a Dominique Wilkins build, if you wanted to do pure blue, you certainly could. I'm going with the mostly blue with slightly less defense, simply because I do want to be able to get some of that, that rebounding and a little bit of that defense. Because Dominique, I mean, he wasn't an elite defender. I'm not saying that, but he could certainly, he could play, solid defense. And he was a really, really, really good offensive rebounder. He always seemed to follow his shot perfectly. And I think there was even, I think there was a time when I can't remember who it was that asked him the question. But he was asked a question about, how he was able to get his offensive rebound so often. And he said, that he pretty much knew, when he shot it, where it was going to come off at. So, oftentimes, you would see Dominique would get the offensive board on his shot and go back up and dunk it. So, and with this, guys, we're going to go with vertical and speed, of course, because you do want to, get that rebounding, get that for the rebounding, the vertical, and plus Dominique was able to. And he was able to jump out of the building, so you want that. Now, I'm going to pretty much max out everything on the finishing, guys, completely. Because, Dominique, he was a really good dunker, and he was really good playing in the post and finishing around the basket. And I'm going to go ahead and put my mid-range shot up as well. And then for playmaking, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put that up also. Now, I will say, guys, if you wanted to take away from playmaking and put that on shooting a little bit, you certainly could. But I want the playmaking there, because he was good at getting assists. Like I said, he was good in the paint. So I want to be able to to have that post control. So, I just put that there for that very reason. And we'll do 6'8". I think it's 215 is his listed weight. His playing weight. Yeah. 215 pounds. And for this, guys, I would just go ahead and I would max out the wingspan. And let's look at where that puts us, okay? So if we look over on the left, guys, you're going to have a close shot of 96 with a driving layup of 86. Your driving dunk and standing dunk are going to be maxed out with a post hook of 90. We're not even going to even mention the shooting because that's really not what we're going to be doing with this build. But you'll have a pass accuracy of 74 with a ball handle of 70 and post control of 76. So you'll be able to do all right with that as well. And then if you look, guys, you have a perimeter defense of 83, lateral quickness of 81, with a defensive rebound of 89 and offensive rebound of 88. So you'll be able to definitely get those offensive rebounds and dunks and things like Dominique was able to do, right? So, guys, you're doing a Dominique build. So, I would go with Slasher because I really feel like that's Dominique Wilkins, right? And if we look at the shades of, guys, I really like that shades of Julius Erving because Julius Erving was another one of those players that, he was just tremendous at, finishing and dunking. And, it's just, I really like that shades of. Now, I don't quite get the LeBron James shades of, I guess. I know that LeBron's an amazing finisher around the basket, but when I think of, great dunkers, and it's probably just because LeBron never was in the dunk competition. I don't really think of LeBron James. So yeah, it's kind of funny to see that along with, Dominique and, with Dr. J. So, let's go ahead. For this, guys, you want acrobat. You could do back down punisher if you plan on doing that a lot. I would do fearless finisher, of course. You could do hook specialist if you wanted. You could do pro touch. I would definitely do posterizer. You could do lob city finisher. I like put back boss myself. Slithery finisher. And then, for this one, guys, like I said, you could do lob city. I'm gonna do limitless takeoff, and then I'll put lob city finisher on silver. So that's a really good badge layout for Dominique Wilkins, I feel, guys. So you've got Hall of Fame, acrobat, fearless finisher, limitless takeoff, posterizer, slithery finisher, and putback boss with lob city finisher at silver. So I feel like that's really, really good. Now for your shooting badges, guys, you could do hot zone hunter or slithery off ball. For me personally, because I'm going to be doing, when I do this build, the way that I play with it, I go for a lot of offensive rebounds and putbacks. So I like slippery off ball. And then for this, guys, definitely want to do unpluckable, right? I would do post playmaker because you will likely be playing in the post a lot with this. I like downhill because it will help your overall speed when in transition. And you could do bullet passer, you could do glue hands, you could do pretty much whichever you prefer. I like bullet passer though, so I think I would go with that. You could do bailout too if you want to, just in case you do get a bad animation. And then for our defense, guys, we know we're going to do rebound chaser, right? We'll do intimidator, interceptor, hustler. You could do box if you wanted to. I want to do chase down artist here. And then because we are a perimeter player, I would do clamps as well. But if you wanted to switch that up, guys, you certainly could. I just think that, for a perimeter player, for a wing especially, you want those You want those, and that rebound chaser is going to help you be able to get those offensive boards and things like Dominique was able to do. So yeah, I mean, I feel like this is a really good Dominique Wilkins build, guys. And you may have noticed I've pretty much limited myself on talking, and that's because I got a someone commented saying that I should do like a second channel, talking about players and things. So what I think I'm going to do, guys, is I don't know if I'm going to do it on this channel, or if I'm just going to make a second channel. I might just do it on this, and just call it, Beyond the Builds, and go in depth and talk about the players a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, just let me know, guys, if that's something you think that you'd be interested in on this channel. If you think that it's something that you would fit well with this channel and it would be something you'd want to see, then I would definitely just do it on this channel. If not, I'll just create a second channel and I'll just leave the link in the description once I get that done. But with that being said, guys, if you like those legends of the game, I would definitely recommend, subscribing to the channel. And if you enjoyed today's video, guys, I would greatly appreciate if you'd posterize that like button. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.